named the dog, Nerdist News. Polish those leather whips and floppy hats, everybody. Indiana Jones is coming back for real. After years of speculation, we finally got confirmation this morning that Steven Spielberg, Frank Marshall, Kathleen Kennedy, and Harrison Ford will reunite to bring Indy back to the big screen on July 19th, 2019. And that's actually all we know. Yes, Spielberg will be in the director's chair, and yes, Harrison Ford will be on camera, but that's about as specific as the news got outside of a nice little blip from Disney chairman Alan Horn, who said Indiana Jones is one of the greatest heroes in cinematic history. It's rare to have such a perfect combination of director, producers, actor, and role, and we couldn't be more excited to embark on this adventure with Harrison and Steven. But while Disney is refusing to give up the goods, let's see what we can figure out based on the very, very little we have to go on. For starters, we know that Indiana Jones lives into the 90s thanks to the Young Indiana Jones series, which we're gonna assume is canon since Spielberg himself was so heavily involved. So don't count on Indy biting the bullet like that other major Harrison Ford genre hero. Also, going off of Young Indy logic, we know that Dr. Jones eventually loses an eye and gets a major facial scar. Could we see the origins of that particular injury? And finally, we know that Indy was born on July 1st, 1899. Considering Harrison Ford will be around 75 years old when they begin shooting, it's safe to guess that we might be catching up with Indy in the mid-1970s, which would be a groovy change of scene for the adventurer, who was created as a pulpy, fun, optimistic response to the dour 1970s of Watergate and Vietnam, a so-called lost era. Will we see a more political Indy, or just one who feels like even more of a relic because of his can-do attitude? Also, holy shit, will Indiana Jones go see Jaws?
Whoa.
That'd be super cool. We've got a lot of questions about Indiana Jones 5, but chief among them is, do we even need a fifth Indiana Jones movie? Kingdom of the Crystal Skull will be 11 years old when Indy 5 comes out, and yes, I know. I know. And that movie was already about how Indy was too old to keep swinging around on whips and punching fascists. If this is a passing the torch kind of thing, we have to wonder, is the plan still to pass it on to Indy's son Mutt? Cause I don't know if you've seen Shia LaBeouf lately, Spielberg, but I don't know if he's all that interested in mainstream films these days.
Just do it!
Or is the plan to lean into the Young Indiana Jones thing and just shoot bookends with Harrison Ford while recasting a new younger star like Bradley Cooper, Chris Pratt, or Michael Fassbender as a younger Indy? If that's the case, we're gonna have a recast Indiana Jones less than a year after we meet the recast young Han Solo, and honestly, I don't know if I can emotionally handle this.
Just do it!
But on the other hand, the last time Steven Spielberg made an Indiana Jones sequel to apologize for its predecessor, we got The Last Crusade. So this could actually work out for us. And perhaps most importantly of all, did you notice who got left off that list of returning Indiana Jones players? That's right, George Lucas, the man who helped create Indy, but also insisted he meet aliens in Crystal Skull, is gone, baby, gone, which means that no matter what happens with Indy 5, we can at least hopefully get back to a historic, supernatural, spiritual adventure instead of a weird, confusing, ancient aliens mumbo-jumbo story. Sorry, I meant interdimensional beings. Whatever. But also really, hashtag aliens, y'all. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see a 75-year-old Indiana Jones in action? Do you want Harrison to pass the torch? Would you prefer the young Indiana Jones approach with some Harrison Ford bookends? I would like some Harrison Ford bookends. And a younger actor taking the lead. Let's discuss. By the way, don't forget to catch Malik's breakdown of The Division.
Just do it!
Is it the next game you need to jump into? Find out on an all-new episode of Play. It's over at Nerdist.com.